Hi everyone! Jerusalem Day celebrations in the streets of Jerusalem. Champion motorbiker becomes observant, but can he continue to compete? A train of charity for the needy of Jerusalem. And visiting youth pick onions for a good cause. Today on Israeli Salad. Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. Since I was a kid, the period during the months of Iyar and Sivan were always very special to me. The Yom Ha'atzmaut outing, the Lag BaOmer bonfire, Jerusalem Day celebrations, and the Shavuot all-night learning. Really fun events. Now that I'm all grown up, I need excuses to join the youth in these events. Luckily, I have Israeli Salad as a good excuse. On Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day, I joined the dancing in the streets of Jerusalem, and to make sure I don't miss anything, I joined another celebration that took place the day before. We're now off to the holy city of Jerusalem. Although Jerusalem Day was officially marked on Monday, June 6th, the celebrations began the previous day. $10,000 marchers, 1,000 soldiers, 200 musicians, 700 dancers, and 100 performers marched through the streets of Jerusalem in honor of Yom Yerushalayim. These celebrants came from the 54 regional councils of Israel, who annually pay tribute to Jerusalem. The event also commemorated the Jewish ritual of bringing the first fruits to Jerusalem in the days of the Holy Temple.
We came to Jerusalem to be with Jerusalem. Jerusalem belongs to all of us, the whole nation of Israel. Happy Jerusalem Festival. Lots of peace and health. We hope to never disengage.
The march was attended by prominent figures, including Israel's president, the mayor of Jerusalem, and government ministers. Former minister Natan Sharansky even attempted to maneuver an old tractor. "24 hours later, the Jerusalem streets were jam-packed again, as religious youth from throughout the country came for the traditional Rikud Galim, the flag dance in honor of Jerusalem.
I mean, I learned in Yerushalayim the whole year, and I haven't felt like I really learned in Yerushalayim until right now. I see so many thousands of people in different places, different colors.
It's incredible. It's the Jews coming back to their city. It blows me away.
Everyone has to come.
We came to be strengthened by Jerusalem. Jerusalem is unity. It represents the subconscious ambitions of the nation of Israel to holiness and to making the world a better place. Thank God we're reenacting the liberation of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the center. It's the heart. Jerusalem was always and will always be Jewish. With God's help, Mashiach will come and will be redeemed.
The event was the climax of a day that youngsters from throughout the country came to visit the holy city. Like rivers leading to a great sea of spirituality and rejoicing, the dancing youth reached the Western Wall, where the main ceremony took place, a ceremony of gratitude, prayer, and faith.
This is a dance of the love of Israel, the love of the land of Israel, and the love of Jerusalem, the holy city. Over there, that's where we want to dance. Over there, the Kohanim with their work, the Levites with their singing, and Israel in their homes. This house will be a house of prayer for all the nations. Open your eyes and see how much strength is gathered here, how much faith. We love this land, this nation, our brothers, our Torah, and our Jerusalem. With this great love, we will win. As our brave brothers from Gush Katif taught us, with love, we will be victorious.
We'll be back with another Jerusalem feature later in the program.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
Every Jew who decides to become observant after being used to living in an unobservant lifestyle gives up many old habits. When Nir Spitzer decided to become observant, he was sure he had to give up his love for motorcycles. But he was determined to stay close to the bike while coming closer to Judaism.
At around the age of 15, Nir Spitzer fell in love.
היה לי שכן שהיה לו וספה.
I had a neighbor who had a Vespa scooter. When I first saw the Vespa, it was like love at first sight.
Since then, Nir has become a professional in motorized sports, and he is now internationally renowned.
In the Enduro category, I came in first in almost all the races in which I participated in Israel. For 5 years, I competed in Greece and came in first, second, and third place. In the Enduro European Championship, I came in second and third place.
At one point, after hearing a lesson in Jewish theology, Nir understood that he needed to bring a change to his life, so he decided to become observant.
Today, after 15 years of races, I'm satisfied. I've accomplished a lot and reached many peaks.
But becoming observant had one dramatic consequence for Nir.
I gave up on racing, which was the most precious thing for me back then, because in Israel the races are held on Shabbat.
So how did he overcome this? Nir opened his own racetrack. Nir's racetrack hosts motorcycle races, courses, and training on weekdays only. Spitzer offers many tracks where visitors can practice different kinds of motorized sports. This hangar is planned to become a big indoor go-karting course. In addition to offering the possibility of practicing motorbiking without desecrating the Shabbat, Nir sees his track as a place where people can become inspired from his story of how he came closer to Judaism without having to give up his passion for sports.
Friends that have known me for years come here to practice on the track. They see me with this new look, growing a beard, and they say, "What's with you? You've gone crazy?" And then a conversation begins. Questions are asked, and in the end, they come to understand me, or they don't understand. With God's help, they'll understand.
Nir also believes that the promotion of motorized sports is something that could help save lives on Israel's roads.
Because people can't practice on the enclosed tracks the same extreme situations that they might encounter on the roads, there's no awareness of motorized sports. There's not enough awareness about road safety.
But no, it's not only about lofty goals. Nir's passion for biking is no different than the passion shared by cyclists throughout the world.
It's about excitement. Competitiveness is another issue. It turns out that I'm very competitive. I can't see someone that I can't beat. I won't lie to you and tell you that I don't enjoy the biking, but I don't enjoy it like I used to. Today, sitting down to hear a new word of Torah excites me as much as a great race.
So how does he do it? Why is Nir victorious in so many races? Is it the technique, the brains, his strategy? Much more than that.
That's what the creator of the world decided. I have no other answer.
Be sure to visit the Israeli Salad website. On the Israeli Salad site, scroll through all the editions, see what topics were presented on each program, and simply click on the icon to watch your favorite program. Also, watch all our fantastic music videos featured right here on Israeli Salad. So be sure to click on www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm. That's www.israelnationaltv.com/salad.htm.
And now back to Jerusalem. Last week we learned about the renewed train line to Jerusalem. This train line was recently used for an important cause. Mark Kaplan met the train as it arrived in Jerusalem with a significant and unique cargo.
This train is bringing a special cargo to Jerusalem. The Rakevet HaBikurim, the train of the first fruits, is a project of the Association of Regional Councils of Israel.
We've gathered 120 tons of produce, vegetables, fruit, potatoes from farmers who, even though it's difficult for them, they're donating to the needy of Jerusalem. 120 tons of produce were brought aboard this train to Jerusalem to be distributed through the city's charitable organizations that serve the needy, who came here today to greet them.
Many organizations came to the site to receive the food they will distribute to the city's needy.
Our goal is to bring food to people's homes in a manner that won't cause them embarrassment. Our volunteers bring the food to their homes at hours that neighbors won't see, at 12 or 1 a.m.
The project coincides with Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day, and in honor of the holiday of Shavuot, the holiday known as the Festival of the First Fruits.
In a way, we're honoring the commandment of the first fruits that was performed when the temple was standing, and the farmers here have the merit to bring fruits and vegetables to the residents of Jerusalem, especially to those who need. Here they're offering products to express solidarity with Jerusalem, to strengthen Jerusalem. It's a pretty sight that I wish we'd seen some more of in Israel. With God's help and the merit of this, we will speedily see the rebuilding of the temple, and the precept of the first fruits will be reestablished.
Another organization that provides food for the needy is Table to Table. You know how when you visit a restaurant, you sometimes wonder what they do with all the leftovers? Well, in most cases, the leftovers are thrown out. That is, if the Table to Table organization is not involved. To learn about this special organization, I joined a group visiting from Canada who took part in one of the Table to Table's activities.
It's a great vacation. I was looking forward to picking onions my whole life. I'm enjoying it a lot. I filled up my whole basket, as you can see, and I'm going to keep working hard. There's so many onions. I've never seen so many onions in my life.
These Canadian teenagers are on a vacation in Israel. We joined them on a very sunny day while they were picking onions in an onion field, picking onions for an important cause.
We are picking onions, and these onions are going to go to the needy who can use them. So we're doing a good deed here. I feel it's important to help out, even if it's picking onions.
The visitors came to this field as part of the activities of the Table to Table organization. Table to Table was founded to ensure that excess food ends up at its proper destination, people in need.
20 to 25% of all food, be it dry produce, meals, whatever is done is wasted. So what we do is we try, with the aid of 3 refrigerator trucks, go to events, corporate cafeterias, like companies like Amdocs, Motorola, big companies in this country, and on a daily basis pick up their leftover foods.
The organization delivers the food to non-profit agencies throughout Israel that serve those in need. The onion picking is part of Table to Table's new project that involves crops from farmers throughout the country. For many reasons, farmers do not harvest all of their produce during the harvest season, and so a lot of crops are left to rot. To prevent this, members of Table to Table approach the farmers.
We try and get permission to enter their fields and try and lelaket to glean what is left. To date, in 4 months, we've been able to have over 200 tons of food.
The farm where the Canadian group was picking onions is unique. All of the crops from this farm are intended to be donated to charity organizations. The Canadian visitors who are here as part of the Birthright program were excited to take part in this not-so-easy task.
Usually on a vacation, you just sit around. Here, you're actually getting up, you're actually doing something, and people are going to benefit from this.
It was a good experience. I mean, we've been in Israel the whole week. Like, we've just been seeing the whole country, and this is like the first thing we've really done that's kind of giving back to the community. I mean, this is going to go throughout the whole country to all the families that don't have enough to eat.
This was probably the highlight of the trip by far. The physical connection to the roots, the giving back, we all felt really good about this.
Well, we got a free trip to Israel, so it feels kind of nice to be able to give back and feel a little bit like we're part of the Israeli community.
I'd like you to know that you've done an exceptionally good job, not only from the point of view whereby you've helped needy people in this country, but also from a point of view that you've enabled your whole body to connect with the land of Israel, which is, believe me, is a unique experience.
Table to Table's website is www.tabletotable.org.il. And now our weekly insight. Today we'll be discussing 2 portions of the week, the Parsha of Naso and the Parsha of Baalotcha. Shalom to Rabbi David Sampson, who is with us today on the phone.
Hi, Yoni, and shalom to all of our viewers around the world.
Rabbi Sampson, in Parshat Naso, we learn about the Nazir, the Nazirite, someone who vows to give up certain things in life to live in a state of holiness. He gives up alcohol, proximity to a dead person, and cutting the hair. What's the idea behind the Nazir? Does the Torah see his state as a status that every person should strive to reach?
You know, it's interesting that you asked that, Yoni, because today there are a lot of individualists who are trying to find their own path in worshiping God. And there are a lot of mainstream Orthodox rabbis who are coming out against these kind of freaky, super Orthodox Jewish people. And here we can learn an interesting concept, even though it's not per se today the concept of a Nazir, but you see an idea, and the basic idea is that there is such a thing, that a person can accept upon himself extra holiness, extra purity, and that for various reasons a person will feel a need to add more than the absolute prescribed measure of holiness in the Torah, and that there's room for that, room for being a Nazir, and that there is such a concept. Together with that, when he concludes, one of the sacrifices that he brings is a sin offering. And the rabbis ask, well, what kind of sin offering? Here we have this super holy person who added more restrictions than the Torah required, and he fulfilled them. So why should he bring a sin offering? And they say because the world was meant to enjoy and not to refrain from. So that even though this person is doing holy things and he's a holy person, nevertheless, there is a sin offering that's brought at the end.
Parshat Baalotcha begins with Aaron the priest being commanded to light the menorah in the tabernacle. It says that the 7 lamps shall give light in front of the candlestick. What do we learn from this?
It's interesting that Newton, amongst his writings, mentioned that he believes that if we were able to understand and decipher the architecture of the temple and its vessels, we would be able to uncover the architecture of the universe. He was a Freemason by belief, and it's an interesting statement for Sir Isaac Newton to have made, and it fits in with Kabbalistic understanding that every item in the temple has its physical and metaphysical counterpart in the world. The menorah is the wisdom, and it's the format of wisdom. There are 7 forms of wisdom. Even today, modern psychology has divided wisdom into 7 different sections, like the 7 candles on the menorah. The center is the Torah, of course, and that all of the wisdoms of the world have to be pointing towards the Torah, and they have to bring the person who is involved in them to a single goal of divine cleaving. And that's the center light of the menorah.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Samson.
Thank you, Yoni, and shalom to all of our viewers.
The Weekly Insight is brought to you in cooperation with Machon Meir, the largest Zionist institute in Israel, bringing people closer to Judaism.
Okay, that's all for this week's program. Be sure to join us again next week for another edition. Until then, from all of us here at INN TV, shalom.